From the videos of creatures that seem to have crawled out of science fiction to the eerie clips of whispers of ghostly echoes in hidden caves, and even a rare capture of the elusive black tiger, if you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure as we delve into each mysterious capture. My friends keep telling me to be more cautious as to what I believe online, and this might be the case where I am wrong. But tell me, does this not look eerily real and strange to you? It looks like a wolf, but the posture and limbs are all wrong. Like this trail camera caught a wolf shape-shifting into a humanoid creature. I know there are chances for it to be fake. But what do you think? There are some legends of shapeshifters. Could this be one? Ever heard of kraken tales being dismissed as mere myth? Well, this airplane video might just be the plot twist that changes everything.
No, I didn't. You didn't see that? It's like something under the water.
The video showcases a breathtaking cityscape as seen through an airplane window. However, as the plane progresses, a ship docked nearby reveals something eerie lurking in the water. Adjacent to the ship, a colossal, mysterious shadow looms beneath the surface. Its size is immense, reminiscent of a ninja's shuriken. The shadow appears to be in motion, indicating it belongs to a living entity. Upon viewing this footage, people across the internet have been abuzz with speculation. Some propose it could be a gargantuan sea monster, while others suggest it might be of extraterrestrial origin. It's a puzzling sight indeed. I can't think of any fish that matches such enormity and strange shape. Every time my friends ask why I'm not into cave exploration, I just show them this video and let it do the talking.
What the fuck is that?
This footage comes from Frank, a brave cave explorer venturing into the depths of Horton Mine back in 2014. As the video begins, we hear Frank's voice narrating his preparations before delving into the cave. But then, something chilling interrupts.
The cascading water and
a strange, distorted radio-like sound emanating from within the depths. The sound is eerie, almost otherworldly, as if it's trying to communicate a message. After some enhancement, the message becomes clear. Horton, we are clear. You messed up. You should get out. Can you imagine the dread Frank must have felt upon realizing what those scratching noises were saying? Also, after the video was uploaded, conspiracy theories got wild, with the most plausible explanation being an old radio left in the cave, still powered and intercepting mining activities. Regardless of the explanation, one thing's for sure. After watching this, I'm steering clear of caves for good. This next clip I came across on Reddit got some pretty intriguing evidence that might just make you question if aliens are among us. Believe it or not, this isn't a scene from a science fiction thriller. It was actually filmed in Norway back in June 2011 by a hiker exploring a misty jungle. At first, everything seems calm and peaceful, but as the hiker zooms in on the fog, things start to get eerie. There, in the distance, are two figures standing amidst the mist. At first glance, they look almost human, but the more you look, the more bizarre they seem. It's enough to send shivers down your spine, watching these mysterious beings wandering through the forest. If I were that hiker, I'd probably be hightailing it out of there, never to set foot in the woods again. Ever had that eerie feeling that objects around you seem like they're alive? We often dismiss it as a silly notion, but this video captures one such moment that might make you think otherwise. Yep, you're seeing that right. A walking umbrella with two tiny legs. This footage was caught on a security camera on a rainy day. At first, it appears as though the wind is simply moving an umbrella around on the ground that was left there. But then something extraordinary happens. It starts taking steps and runs away. It's like the umbrella sprouted legs and decided to take a stroll. It's a scene that's both funny and downright strange to witness. Watching a non-living object move around like it's alive is pretty eerie. Sure, we know it's just the wind and some crazy designed steel spokes. But if I saw that umbrella coming toward me on the street, you can bet I'd be ready to throw hands. This next clip, recorded from an apartment, captures a truly strange and unsettling sight of the sky seemingly keeping a watchful eye on us. This footage, captured by the apartment owner, offers a stunning view of the city skyline against a backdrop of beautiful clouds. But wait, what's that bizarre figure lurking in the sky? With two large gleaming eyes and a humanoid body with arms, it almost appears as though something is peering down directly at the cameraman. Sure, it's easy to dismiss it as just a cloud formation, but there's no denying the eerie vibe it gives off. Some might even entertain the notion that it could be some sort of colossal monster camouflaging itself among clouds. But let's face it, we're likely just seeing what our minds want us to see, as they often seek out familiar shapes in the clouds. Regardless of whether it's just a cloud or something more sinister, one thing's for certain. If I knew this thing was watching me from the sky, I'd be on my best behavior. Our planet is full of surprises, but it's the ocean where things really start to get mysterious. And this video is proof of that. Recorded on Fugara Beach in Australia, this footage captures a truly bizarre sight of a strange mass with an unusual skin texture washed up on the shore. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before, with white, meaty substances protruding from both sides and solid skin in the middle. And perhaps most puzzling of all, it seems to lack a recognizable face, with only strange body proportions to go by. Now, I'll admit, the frustrating part is that the video is blurry for about 90% of the time, making it difficult to discern the exact details of this mysterious creature. However, from the clear 10% we do get, it appears that this could be a body part of some larger sea creature, perhaps a whale. It's almost as if it's a torn piece from the whale's anatomy. But hey, that's just my speculation. This next clip demonstrates what happens when you interpret wearing your heart on your sleeve a bit too literally, but with an animal kingdom twist. This intriguing footage, sourced from TikTok and shared across various platforms, captures a camel exhibiting a rather bizarre behavior. As depicted in the video, a large balloon-like organ protrudes from the camel's mouth, expanding as if it were a lung or some other internal organ. The sight is undeniably grotesque, accompanied by strange noises emanating from the camel. Numerous speculations have emerged online regarding this phenomenon. Some suggest it's the camel's heart, theorizing that it's being extricated to regulate body temperature in the sweltering heat. However, the truth behind this spectacle is far less dramatic. What we're witnessing is actually the camel's soft palate, a structure found in the roof of the mouth commonly used by male camels to court females. Yes, you heard it right. The camel is engaging in this peculiar display as a part of its mating ritual to attract potential mates. Nature indeed has its weird ways. Mother Nature's a wild inventor, constantly tinkering with her creations, with our oceans getting more polluted by the day. Videos like this one show some seriously strange fish transformations. Yep, you're seeing it right. A fish with legs, this footage, captured in Canada, showcases a truly bizarre fish caught by two campers. Something immediately strikes them as odd about this fish. It's acting unlike any fish they've encountered before. Instead of relying solely on fins for swimming, this fish has adapted by using its fins on its lower body-like feet, allowing it to walk on ice like a four-legged forest creature. It's a sight that's both intriguing and surreal to witness. Remarkably, despite being out of its natural habitat, the fish appears to be coping just fine on land. Intrigued by this unusual discovery, I delved into some internet research, but only found a fish known as the mudskipper, which does have legs but looks quite different from the one in the video. This leads me to believe that what we're witnessing could be the result of a genetic mutation, a remarkable example of how animals adapt to their changing environments. Who knows, perhaps these unique mutations will prove to be advantageous for these fish in the long run. Ever wake up in a cold sweat because you dreamt of a snake slithering across your bedroom floor? Well, this clip from Indonesia will take those nightmares to a whole new level.
Porque una culebra siempre saca la lengüita.
Pero bien largo el cuerpo.
Pues sí, por eso te digo, pero no es culebra.
The video shows a homeowner's terrifying encounter with a creature that defies everything we know about snakes. In the video, we see a long, black serpent slithering on the ground. So far, so creepy. But here's the twist that'll make your skin crawl. This snake has 4 legs. That's right. It's not just slithering, it's crawling like some kind of nightmarish lizard-snake hybrid. The homeowner seems equally shocked and awestruck, even reaching out to touch this bizarre reptile. A quick internet search yielded nothing about leggy snakes, leaving us with 2 unsettling possibilities. This could be a strange genetic mutation, a one-of-a-kind freak of nature, or maybe, just maybe, this slithering oddity with limbs isn't from this world at all. One thing's for sure, this video is a surefire way to turn sweet dreams into legless nightmares. Sleep tight, if you dare. Alright, brace yourself for this next clip, especially if you're not a fan of rats. Seriously, if you've got a fear of these critters, you might want to look away now. Believe it or not, what you're seeing is 100% real. This colossal rodent was discovered in Argentina by a startled farmer. In the footage they captured, we get a good look at just how massive this creature is. I mean, just take a look at it compared to the person holding it in the video. With its white fur, long tail, and sizable noggin, it's safe to say this rat is in a league of its own. Now, gigantism in rats isn't unheard of, but they typically max out at the size of your average arm. This behemoth, however, takes the cake. It's a rare sight to behold, but let's be honest, it's also kind of terrifying. I don't know about you, but the thought of these oversized rodents running amok in my house is enough to give me the creeps. This video, posted by 2 forest adventurers on their YouTube channel, features the man recording himself in the forest as he discusses their next course of action. He then turns the camera towards his friend and provides some commentary. However, as he turns the camera back to himself, a large black figure can be seen sprinting in the background. The cameraman remains oblivious to the creature's presence, and they continue with their expedition as usual. The creature, appearing massive and covered in black fur, is only glimpsed for a split second, making it difficult to discern any further details. Based on its humanoid posture during the sprint, speculation arises that this could be the legendary Bigfoot. What adds an unsettling and terrifying element to the video is the cameraman's unawareness of the creature behind him. In another video recorded by a hiker, we get a close-up look at what appears to be a Bigfoot. The footage captures a massive creature resembling Bigfoot crossing through the forest. The creature exhibits long ape-like arms, while its legs have a more human appearance. Its walking style is humanoid, and the creature's overall size is quite large. From the vantage point in the video, this creature seems to be a hybrid of an ape and a human, aligning with the typical description of Bigfoot. The hiker who shared this video on Reddit also claimed to have witnessed the creature climbing trees and chasing other animals. Although those moments were not captured due to low camera battery, the video appears genuine to me, with the creature's walking style appearing natural and its skin texture blending seamlessly with the surroundings, making it unlikely to be computer-generated imagery. This video appears as though it's straight out of a horror movie. Recorded by the homeowner's wife, the footage captures her husband playfully demonstrating how to replace a light bulb in their house. The couple was jokingly discussing the task when, as the man got up to replace the light, a face unexpectedly emerged from the wall. Witnessing this, both the man and his wife became terrified and scared, prompting them to run, concluding the video abruptly. The sudden appearance of the face was genuinely unsettling, portraying a creepy image resembling that of a young boy with pale skin. The video seems authentic, particularly evident when paused at the moment the face emerges, revealing the man's genuine shock as he looks directly at it. What are your thoughts on this mysterious face coming out of the wall? Does it seem real, or could it be a hoax? If you find yourself traveling on a desolate road at 3 in the morning, there's a high chance you might encounter something similar to what's depicted in this video. The footage comes from a group of friends in Mexico, enjoying their long drive back from a trip. As they sang along to the music and relished the journey, they recorded each other. However, as the cameraman panned the camera back to the road, a strange figure could be seen running towards the road. This humanoid figure vanished before reaching the road, and the video abruptly ends. The figure, illuminated by the car's headlights, was remarkably fast, presenting a strange sight in the middle of the night on such an isolated road. Even if one were to speculate that it was a human, the question remains, what was that person doing there in the middle of nowhere? Bigfoots have remained a mystery since forever. Again and again, people spotted them in the darkest and deepest places. But there are times when Bigfoots are spotted roaming around in the wild in broad daylight as well. For instance, take this video recorded in 2006 by a man named Harley Hoffman, where a Bigfoot was spotted on cameras as he was recording the area. It was huge and had its whole body covered with black hair. The creature, or the Bigfoot, was going somewhere in quite a hurried manner, and the man had to be safe while getting a proper glimpse of it on camera as well. So even though a small chunk, it shows the creature in the most vivid manner. If we talk about the authenticity of the clip, for me, the way the creature was moving and its appearance give the video a genuine look. What do you think? Night has always held secrets beyond our imaginations. For the curious who wander in the deepest regions just to uncover secrets, sometimes things get way scarier than they had ever imagined. For instance, these guys were out at night for a late drive, enjoying the narrow road between the thick bushes and high trees. However, as they moved forward on the path, they saw a creepy figure that sent shivers down their spine. It looked like a person covered in a brown robe, standing on a corner. It did not move at all as the car passed by it. However, the men in the car were surely shaken by this. Also, if we zoom in, I think I can make up a cross around the figure's neck, which makes now the whole individual to appear as a monk. Could this be the ghost of a monk who lost their life in a violent way around those places? What do you think? Just as I mentioned, people love wandering in the deepest regions and many times come out traumatized. Take these, for example. These people had heard about an abandoned tunnel from the World Wars and knew about the rumors of the tunnel being haunted through the locals. But that did not stop them from leaping into the deep tunnel and wandering around to look for any treasure they were supposed to find there. However, instead of what they were trying to find, they encountered a weird figure. In the tunnel, inches away from them, a human-like figure appeared as if walking away from them, and then disappeared in a moment as well. It looked like a human wearing a white uniform. Could it be the lost soul of a military medic? The men turned back and ran away, and the mystery of the ghost remains the same. Whether it was an altered video or whether they actually captured a ghost is a question which remains unanswered, and I will leave that to you to decide. This clip was recorded by a man who ventured into the forest late at night for a purpose unknown to us. He appeared to be alone and had a string flashlight on. When he couldn't find whatever he came here to look for, he turned the light off, and that's when the scary part began. What he recorded made him question what that thing he saw that night was. It was a weird orange flickering that started happening as soon as the man turned his light off, as if someone was there waiting for the lights to go out to start with its scary ritual. The man couldn't bear what he was seeing for much longer, so he ran as fast as he could back to his car. However, the scene that he had witnessed then was enough to give him nightmares for weeks. Personally, it looked like a pretty scary experience, even if it was a prank or something. A woman was busy recording a detailed video of her neighborhood, trying to capture the church right across her street. What she was trying to capture was a figure which, according to her, roamed around their area. As soon as she moved the camera towards the towering trees, she happened to see the exact figure she was talking about. According to her, the figure appears at the exact same spot every couple of days, but as soon as they try to get closer to it, they see nothing, like it vanishes into the wood. The figure, to me, looked like a man wandering aimlessly, like he is lost. Considering the lady mentions the figure disappears as soon as you get close to it, I would consider it to be a lost soul. What do you think? Wandering around in an abandoned building, this man came across something that terrified him to the core. As he moved up the stairs, he sensed something was wrong, and as he focused on the window in front of him, he knew where it was coming from. A figure started appearing on the window gradually, and after a moment, it started getting clearer and clearer, and developed into a proper girl with her hair on her face and a white dress on. After the man got a proper hold of what he was seeing, he thought it was better to run for his life than explore the abandoned and now haunted building anymore. Was it a real ghost encounter, a cleverly edited video, or something else entirely? The answer remains open to your interpretation, inviting you all to draw your own conclusions. A person who was troubled by unsettling incidents in his kitchen decided to install a security camera to see just what exactly is going on. But what the camera captured made the owner reconsider the idea of keep staying in that house. In the hours of the night, while the owner left the lights on in the kitchen, the footage revealed something perplexing. The lights suddenly went off, and an unidentified entity could be seen appearing in the kitchen and heading into the hallway. The owner says they didn't even realize this happened while they were inside the house. They found out only later when they reviewed the recording, and now are unsure about what they should do next. The whole footage was eerie, and the identity of the mysterious person walking in their house remained unknown. Was it a lost soul that lived and died in that house? What do you think? I personally would consider moving to a friend for at least a few days after seeing that footage. Forests are the places where many inexplicable phenomena occur that defy explanation. Numerous unknown beings lurk in these woods, particularly in the dense and dangerous Siberian forests. Despite the dangers, some adventurers love to explore these forests. This footage was recorded by one such explorer who encountered something bewildering. Moving among the trees, he came across an unsettling scene. While the footage doesn't offer a clear view, it is evident that the creature had black fur. But we can't say for sure, as many have said that it is footage of the legendary Bigfoot, although I have seen clips of them resting between trees. This might as well be a black bear. What do you think? Am I wrong? In the woods, some particularly rare creatures only emerge at night. This footage was recorded by the dashcam of a person crossing the woods on an unpaved road. The road was rarely used at night since there was no population around, and people avoided using it at night due to potential danger. However, this person had to choose this road for some reason to travel at night. His dashcam captured an unsettling and unknown creature resting in the middle of the road. This unexplainable creature didn't resemble any known creatures. The person driving the vehicle was so terrified that he decided to stop his vehicle. Perhaps he was contemplating whether to cross the creature or not. He might have been afraid that if he approached the unexplainable creature, it might not react positively. Or perhaps he was trying to understand it and document it. I have no idea what this can be, an unknown cryptid or some clever prank. What do you think? If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Snowy forests are always less explored, as it is difficult to navigate the forest. A person interested in documenting the mysteries of a snowy forest decided to install a trail camera, and this unexplainable footage left him scratching his head. In this footage, an unknown creature can be seen moving between the trees. It was really big, but challenging to identify, as its entire body wasn't clearly visible. What we only see is the movement between the trees. A moving shadow appears among the trees, but before we can fathom it, the footage abruptly ends. I am again not sure whether this is a Bigfoot's resting place or just a bear taking a nap. What do you think? It does seem to have a somewhat humanoid shape, although I am disappointed the owner did not include in their upload more footage time. The Manhattan Monster is a strange creature with a terrifying face, snarling snout, and 5 toes on each foot. This creature is popular in folklore and numerous individuals have reported seeing them. In 2013, this creature washed up under the Brooklyn Bridge and disturbed many who've seen it. Denise Ginley, an amateur photographer, took pictures of the odd pink carcass while strolling along the East River. The unsettling images sparked conspiracy theories, suggesting it might be a waterlogged rodent, a cooked pig, a swollen dog, or something more sinister. Although the New York Parks Department dismissed it as a mere swine, a closer look revealed hands and feet that seemed almost human, unlike a pig's hooves. Denise Ginley disagreed with the Parks Department, pointing out the absence of a cloven hoof and the presence of 5 digits close together. Theories circulated that the creature could be a raccoon or giant rodent, while others speculated a connection to the mysterious Montauk Monster from 2008. Personally, I know there are many things the government keeps secret from us. I wonder if this might be one of them. Dogmans are well known and feared forest creatures in folklore, and are often associated with terror. This video captures a small creature bearing resemblance to goblins. A security camera installed in front of a building recorded the sudden appearance of this creature as it crawled on the ground, moving towards a spot with a poster. The creature aggressively tore it into pieces. After some time, the creature returned in the same direction, remaining on the ground for a while. It then looked up at the security camera, displaying eerie behavior. There is a whole world that remains hidden from our eyes, but it appears that sometimes the hidden forces of the universe reveal themselves to us, and whenever we witness them, we are left with questions that beg for answers. For example, at this footage, someone was driving through a forest, and upon coming closer to a few houses, his buddy who was recording spots a weird shadow-like person crossing the street. The camera is turned towards the figure, and we can see clearly the shadow from closer. At first, I thought it might be a camera glitch, but the glitch looks way too consistent if it is one. Was it some sort of ghost or something more sinister? Before debating the nature of this phenomenon, I believe that we must be thankful that the person driving the vehicle remained safe. Big homes with many empty rooms, where fewer people live, can be the best places for ghosts to reside. A person who was the only inhabitant of this massive house noticed some creepy movement outside his room. He decided to document this thing that often disturbed him at night, so he turned on his camera. At first, he did not notice anything, but when he opened the door to the hallway, he noticed a small creature sitting near the wall. He zoomed in a bit, but we can't make out anything yet. After capturing it for a while, he closed the door, but turned and opened it again. The creature was now standing in front of him, eerily looking at him. I believe it looks like the spirit of a child, looking eerily angry. He was left with a number of questions and contemplating his own safety. Was this house inhabited by ghosts? Or something more sinister? What do you think? If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Those who venture into the forest are often met with something that leaves them amazed. However, only a few are lucky enough to witness a creature like Bigfoot with their own eyes. This person, on an adventure in the woods, notices movement in trees a short distance away. Fascinated by this large animal, he decides to capture it on his camera. This black creature is truly massive, passing through the woods at a fast speed but walking calmly, not in a hurry. The reason for this is its size, allowing for big, leisurely steps. The person zooms out his camera 2 times, emphasizing the creature's truly massive appearance. You might have watched numerous Bigfoot sightings scattered all over the internet. Several footages are common. Some have been debunked, but a few remain undeniable. A person present in the woods comes across a massive creature walking in front of him. He decides to capture this moment on his camera. He turns on the camera and records Bigfoot walking. However, Bigfoot, perhaps noticing him, decides to hide behind the bushes. After remaining behind the bushes for a while, the creature decides to come back up. The man suddenly abruptly ends the video, which somewhat annoys me. If the footage is real, then I would have liked to see more, but I am reluctant to say this is the real deal. It does look a bit like a costume. Do you think I am wrong? Our world is filled with peculiar phenomena and undiscovered creatures, and a recent video captures one such mysterious sighting. In the footage, a trail path unfolds, and a bizarre, large, dog-like creature appears engaged in some mysterious activity. This creature has an unusually large body with unsettling proportions, featuring distinctive features like big ears and a long neck. According to the uploader, the creature remains seated for 15 to 20 minutes, seemingly just observing its surroundings without any apparent purpose. The rarity and weirdness of this sighting raise questions about whether this creature is a naturally occurring species, or if it could be linked to some kind of otherworldly summoning. What are your thoughts on this enigmatic encounter? There's a common belief that if you live near woods and hear strange screams for help at night, it's best to call the police because some person might be in trouble. However, that is not always the case. A homeowner recently uploaded a video on Facebook capturing the eerie noises emanating from the nearby woods. Intrigued, he ventured out to investigate further, only to discover that the voices sounded like a human yelling for help, but accompanied by unsettling growls. Some viewers suggested the possibility of skinwalkers, beings known for transforming into other living forms to deceive and lure unsuspecting individuals. It is also especially known that skinwalkers try to imitate voices. However, they are not very good at it. Just listen again. In such a situation, the best course of action is to call the police, allowing trained professionals to assess and handle the situation appropriately. Ever heard of the Michigan monster legend, the Dogman? Well, if you haven't, this video is about to give you a glimpse of what it's like to have one in your area. The footage shows a street, and the guy eagerly zooms in on something in the distance. You can clearly see there's this dog-like creature jumping around in a really strange way. As the creature leaps, you can see its legs and arms, which look like a mix between a human and a dog. According to the guy recording, this creature appeared to be on the hunt in the neighborhood, making all kinds of scary sounds.
What is that?
I used to think that dogmen were just myths, but after watching this video, I've got to admit, it's adding another thing to my to-fear list. The video originates from an explorer who frequently delves into abandoned structures in forested areas. During one such exploration, he encountered an abandoned cottage-like house in the heart of the forest. Before entering, he recorded the surroundings of the house. However, upon reviewing the footage later, he made a chilling discovery, something peeking through the side windows of the house. The explorer initially missed this during the exploration, as it was concealed in the darkness. Upon freezing the frame and zooming in, it becomes apparent that the entity is a tall, humanoid creature. Unfortunately, the obscured appearance and lack of facial features make it challenging to discern more details. The eerie aspect is that this creature was present in an abandoned house deep within the dense forest. The motives of this mysterious creature remain unknown. Its presence raises questions about why it would choose to stay in such an isolated and abandoned location. The unsettling nature of the discovery adds an element of mystery to the explorer's adventure. A hiker was exploring the deep woods of Lucas, Canada, when he stumbled upon a truly strange and captivating sight. Deep within the forest, he spotted something big and dark in the distance, prompting him to start recording. At first glance, the creature in the video seemed like a large bear, but upon closer inspection, it became clear that it wasn't a bear at all. It was something entirely different. this mysterious creature boasted a thick coat of dark brown fur, giving it a massive and humanoid appearance. Its demeanor appeared rugged, and it seemed aware of the camera's presence. After a while, it nonchalantly walked away. Considering all these characteristics, it's reasonable to think that this creature resembles what many of us refer to as Bigfoot. Bigfoots are known to avoid being recorded or observed by people, choosing to reside in densely wooded areas. Moreover, to me, the video doesn't seem to be a hoax, as the creature's movements and appearance appeared far too natural to be fake. Do you believe in aliens? Well, if you're not sure, this video might just make you reconsider. It's from a farmer who stumbled upon something intriguing in his farm soil. At first, the creature he discovered seems like a regular worm, but then it does something really surprising. It shoots out a white root-like thing from its front, resembling something you'd see in an alien movie. This root attaches itself to the farmer's hand, and after a few seconds, the creature sucks the white substance back in. To me, it looks like this white substance might be the insides of the worm, and it's as if the worm threw its insides out on the farmer's hand, and then sucked it all back in. It's a truly bizarre sight, and I have no idea if this creature is from our world. If you know anything about it, feel free to share in the comments. While busy capturing his bunnies engaging in random activities, he heard something weird outside. Following the noise, he moved towards the window to see what it was, and to his shock, it resembled something straight out of a horror movie.
There's something like
crouching down there.
Yeah, could you get the light?
In the midst of darkness, a small ray of light fell on the figure apparently crouching down on the ground. However, as soon as the cryptid realized it had been seen by humans, it didn't waste a second before leaving the place. Despite being shocked to the core, the guy went out to get a clearer picture of the scary thing he had just seen. Unfortunately, the creepy figure was already gone for good before anyone could reach it. When looking back at the video, although blurry, I can see that this can't be an animal. The shape resembles a human, although it looks very strange and feral. This video sparked a clash online upon its posting, with many people claiming it as the ultimate evidence of cryptids being real, while others insisted it was a fake video. Regardless of which side you're on, witnessing such a thing in the middle of the night can be a downright scary experience, and there is no denying that. Feel free to draw your own conclusions about its authenticity. Woods have always been associated with mystery and darkness since mankind found its way on Earth. With creepy surroundings, wandering deadly predators, and the ominous darkness. However, this does not deter humans from visiting such potentially dangerous places. Take this guy, for instance. He decided to wander off looking for evidence of the unknown, and that is exactly what he found. Venturing deeper into the forest, he sensed a weird energy getting closer to him. Soon enough, he saw what exactly was making him feel that way. A scary figure, dressed as a normal human being, was standing a few feet away from him. The man pointed his flashlight towards the figure, but it did not move. It seemed as if the figure was just standing there, staring at the man, warning him to get away or face deadly consequences. Fortunately, the man heeded the warning and left the place before anything bad could happen. I heard something here.
What's that?
Go.
Uploaded anonymously, the video remains a mystery yet to be solved. In my opinion, it could be someone's hanging clothes, but there was a head attached to it, so the chances of it being a ghost are very high. This video was found on a camera discovered in the Scottish woodland a couple of years ago. The camera had only a small clip of two bikers riding around the woods. During the ride, the camera turned towards a scary figure standing right beside them. The bikers paused for a second, looked at each other, before deciding to ride away from the place, as that creepy figure was not something they expected in normal circumstances. The figure had a white face and was completely covered in black overalls. It looked creepy enough to scare even the bravest man. Whether that was just a prop put in the forest to give a scare, I can hear something like a scream in the recording as well. Either way, I am glad they decided to pedal away and not investigate. What happens in abandoned buildings, especially when the buildings were once used for all holy purposes, like churches? This clip might give you a glimpse into the world of the abandoned and the paranormal. Recorded by a security camera placed inside the church, this clip appeared to be very normal at first. There was not a single soul in sight, but then something weird happened. A shadow figure appeared at the backside near the windows. It looked like the shadow of a bent man with a cloth on him, walking around. Everything returned to normal, only for the shadow to appear again, but this time slightly at the front near the benches. The possibility of a human being there is very low, so anyone who saw the clip quickly determined that it was a ghost. Or is there more to this clip that we don't know about? This video was uploaded on the internet in 2019, and when it hit the internet, it shocked everyone who saw it. To some, it might look like a normal clip of a family enjoying some fun time at night. However, it looks all fun and games, until you focus on the background, where a creepy whitish figure appears to be lurking. The humanoid figure just stayed hidden in the darkness, away from the humans, creepily stalking them all the time. He stood afar, then got a little closer, then went back, as if trying to take a better look at the men and the kid enjoying the swing. But what makes the whole clip a lot scarier is the part where the humans did not even sense the presence of the figure near them. Is it that the camera only could capture it, and it wasn't visible to the naked eye? Is it a cryptid, a skinwalker, or something else? The mystery remains unsolved still. They say curiosity kills the cat, but it can also be dangerous for humans, especially when they venture deep into the woods, alone and in the middle of the night. Take this lady, for instance. She went into the woods with the hope of finding something unusual, and that's exactly what happened. Initially, we could only see broken branches, the ground, and the surrounding. However, as she moved forward and started looking around, the camera focused on a scary creature sitting on the ground right in front of her. At first, she couldn't see the figure, but as soon as she did, it ran away and disappeared into the darkness, leaving the lady with no choice but to run for her life. She didn't know what the thing was or if it was planning to attack, so she chose the safe option of retreating back to her cabin.
What is that? Oh my God.
Taking a closer look at the figure, it had a weird black appearance and seemed to be crawling on the ground until the lady focused the flashlight on it. Could it be someone playing a prank on the lady? Or are there more secrets hiding in the woods than we know? Do let me know what you think. This clip was recorded by a man who kept hearing scary voices coming from his farm every night when he went to sleep. According to him, he tried looking for a reason, but couldn't find anything until one night when he gathered all the courage he had and went to check outside. To his surprise, he caught the culprit in the act. However, the whole scene must have sent shivers down his spine. A creepy, glowing figure was standing by the tree, staring at the man. Scared and hesitant, the man didn't try to get too close, but kept pointing the flashlight towards it, hoping to scare the figure away somehow. For a minute straight, the glowing figure just stood there motionless, and the man kept a safe distance to avoid it. The video ended with the figure still in sight, and according to the man, it stood there for the whole night, but in the morning there was nothing anymore. It looks like it could be a prank. However, considering the situation and the fact it stood for hours there, nothing can be said for sure. Nature works in the weirdest ways. Some days are the most peaceful and calming, while others cause disasters no one ever saw coming. But there are times when nature shows its scary side, especially with animals. Take this clip, for instance. It shows a cow born in India. Unlike most cows, this calf was different. It had 2 heads. This happened due to some genetic mutation, and calves born with the same condition generally live no longer than a couple of days. This one, however, has lived for some good days and is still going. Although I am sad it has to endure this abnormality, I hope the calf will not suffer through it. There are times when the deadliest predators can learn a lesson from the smallest animals they won't even consider in normal circumstances. Take this bear's example. It was all set to attack and make a nice snack out of the goats, so it started moving towards them. However, what the bear didn't know was that there was a hero pig watching its every move and waiting for the right time to attack and prevent the bear's motives. The pig stood between the bear and the goats and tried its best. The bear initially stared at the pig, but as soon as the pig struck, the bear was left with no option but to move back and run for its life. For the rest of the video, the bear sat at a safe distance, looking at the pig, pondering what it did to deserve this kind of embarrassment. Maybe I should get a pig to defend my cabin instead of a dog. They seem to know how to handle bears. This woman heard weird noises coming from her garden in the middle of the night, so she went to check what was causing it. All scared, she tried looking through the door, deciding not to go out. What she saw was scary enough to give someone nightmares for weeks. At first, the gate kept moving on its own, and the trees and the background indicated there was no wind at all. But how exactly was the gate moving on its own? The girl got pretty scared, but then she tried looking around to see if there was anything else. On the right side, not too far from the gate, she saw a scary figure standing. Since she didn't have a flashlight, she went back to get one. After she came back and looked again in the garden, there was no one. Only a cat sat there, looking around. The figure had disappeared, and the door had stopped moving. But then suddenly, she hears a loud knock on her door, and the video ends right there. Did something bad happen? Or was it just a prank played by someone? I am not sure exactly what was going on there. Maybe the cat we saw was a skinwalker who is stalking this family. What do you think? This clip was uploaded on TikTok a couple of months ago, where a creepy figure was recorded wandering around in a weird way. It looked as if a man had wrapped himself completely in a white sheet and was trying to pull some weird prank on others. People saw the guy and were too scared to get too close to him, thinking he could be a madman. Therefore, in the clip, we can see flashlights being used. The authorities were informed, but were still on their way. The man or the figure at first was walking around, but soon just sat on the ground and stopped moving at all. The video ended there, so I can't say if the man was caught or if it was actually something more creepy at hand. Adventures can turn into nightmares and scary close calls, with no one even suspecting such things. Take these cyclists, for instance. They were enjoying their ride through the tunnel until they realized they had messed up badly. As they entered the tunnel, it took them a few seconds to realize that there was a train coming straight towards them. Thankfully, they took a U-turn and were out of the tunnel before the train could even touch them. That might be the scariest moment of their lives ever, but luck was on their side that day, so they made it out alive. I personally would be very anxious about going in a tunnel where there is no room to maneuver, and instead would look for alternative routes. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Snakes look dangerous already, but what happens when you are crossing the river and come across a massive snake? This is exactly what happened to this guy when he witnessed a huge snake crossing the river with his own eyes. The snake was more focused on minding its own business than attacking and devouring him. If it were in that mood, nothing would have saved him, especially considering the distance he had maintained between himself and the snake. The clip started off as a very usual one, showing someone with a camera recording his surroundings. As the guy moved forward, we saw trees and branches here and there, but everything appeared to be very normal until the camera focused on the creepy face hiding in the tree. It took only a second for the guy to realize he was in a very dangerous place, so he moved back and ran for his life. That 1 second and that one glimpse of the creature were enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. It looked like a creature straight out of hell. I'm not sure if this is a prop put there by someone with a twisted sense of humor, or if there is anything else to the whole situation. Late night driving can be fun until you come across a figure wearing white overalls crossing the road right in front of your car. In that case, the fun drive could turn into a fright, especially if you decide to follow the figure. Thankfully, these guys did not and backed off the car as soon as the figure appeared in front of their eyes. It was only for a few seconds, but that made them realize it was better to go back to where they were coming from and never return to this place at night. I know chances are very high that it was just a madman or someone playing a prank, but I would still choose the safe option of going back and find an alternative road. This clip was recorded by a girl who was out with her family camping in the woods. Soon enough, she decided to wander there, leaving her family behind and venturing deep into the woods to explore. At first, it was normal with nothing but gigantic trees and bushes everywhere, but it did not take her long to spot something in a far distance that looked like a huge animal hiding. She got scared. However, she kept recording whatever she was seeing. Although very blurry, we can clearly see it resembles the perfect description of Bigfoot. But what is amazing from other videos capturing Bigfoot is that we can actually see the feet. The creature, upon moving its leg, reveals what looks like to be a white foot, which is quite interesting if we consider it to be a Bigfoot. As the video was uploaded on YouTube, everyone had mixed reactions. To some, it was a real Bigfoot, and for others, it was someone with a suit on. I will leave it up to you to decide which is the case. Wilderness holds a lot more secrets than we can ever imagine, and this clip is a total testament to that. This man went into the woods to get some fresh air and calm his mind, but he did not expect to leave with memories that will haunt him for life. For the first few minutes, nothing is out of ordinary, just the guy filming the river and looking around. But then he soon started hearing rustling sounds, as if a huge animal was walking somewhere not too far from him. Obviously scared, as any of us should be, he stops right there to look at what was making the sounds, and it did not take him long to spot the creature. As the creature appears on the camera, it resembled a hairy humanoid face, just peering at him from behind a tree. Realizing it is not an animal, but rather the supposedly Bigfoot, he goes closer to get a better view, but the creature seems to shy away, and we can see it running away. After a while of chasing, he is still unable to find it again, so he stops the recording. Was it a real Bigfoot? The face looked pretty authentic, but we can't say for sure based on the body size when it was moving, as it was way too far away and covered by the trees. This happened in India a couple of years ago, when late at night a security camera recorded something very strange. At first, it was just 1 or 2 vehicles on the road, and everything seemed normal. But soon, 2 men appear on the road coming from the same side. The man in the front looks like he was being very careful of the one behind him. Soon enough, the suspicions become reality when the man starts pushing the other one on the ground, and then tries to rob him of his belongings. And that's when things took a scary turn. From the looks of it, I think some kind of shadow is coming out of the victim, as if trying to protect him. In a second, the shadow is back into the man from where it emerged. I know it might seem hard to look at it, but have a look at the night vision images. We can clearly spot the third figure emerging from the victim, right? What exactly happened there? The identity of both the men remained unknown, which led to no proper explanation. There is a chance that it could be fake and edited. What do you think? This video hails from Manitoba, showcasing a rare glimpse that many would identify as the legendary Bigfoot. The footage unfolds as a Jeep driver navigates a secluded forest trail, surrounded by dense woods. As the camera pans to the side, a striking sight comes into view. A large, black hairy creature standing along the trail. This towering and humanoid figure, covered in thick black fur resembling a gorilla, quickly catches the attention of the camera. The creature, seemingly aware of being observed, swiftly disappears into the woods. The combination of its imposing height and gorilla-like face strongly suggests a resemblance to the elusive Bigfoot. What adds an extra layer of eeriness to the video is the unknown motive behind this hefty creature's presence. It stood silently on the trail's edge, leaving us to speculate about its intentions. Was it waiting for something, perhaps a lone hiker on foot with unclear and potentially ominous motives? Back in the day, a video made its rounds on Facebook, sparking intrigue even among experts and staunch Bigfoot deniers. The low-quality footage unveils a jungle setting with dense bushes, and amidst them, a black, gorilla-like creature casually strolls at a distance. While resembling a primitive figure from afar, its posture and humanoid walk raise eyebrows. This creature stands impressively tall, possibly reaching 7 to 8 feet, and its manner of walking suggests a humanoid gait. The video captures the alleged Bigfoot creature drinking water from a river, and even in this activity, its actions appear surprisingly human-like. The wildlife photographer who filmed this footage insisted it was the elusive Bigfoot. The video's legitimacy seems plausible, given its age and the creature's seamless integration with the environment, ruling out suspicions of computer-generated imagery. However, I am a bit skeptical considering the possibility of someone donning a Bigfoot suit. What are your thoughts on this intriguing footage? Want to see a creature straight out of a science fiction flick? Look no further than this video, recorded by a fisherman who stumbled upon a truly bizarre specimen caught in his nets. At first glance, the creature appears snake-like, but as the camera zooms in on its wet and gooey body, a weird detail emerges. Tiny legs covering its entire length, moving rapidly. This creature boasts a lengthy, snake-like body adorned with countless tiny legs, giving it an uncanny appearance. What's more, the creature seems to lack a discernible face, and its coiled position obscures the beginning of its body. It's almost as if it's a fusion of a snake and a centipede. The way its body jiggles as those minuscule legs propel it forward is both disgusting and eerie. While there could be a rational explanation, perhaps attributing it to a rare or mutated centipede, the video leaves room for the imagination to consider the possibility that this creature might be something utterly alien and grotesque from another world. During a forest trip, a group of friends staying at a farmhouse had a chilling encounter with a mysterious creature emitting red light. Initially mistaken for a human with a flashlight, they soon realized it was an unfamiliar cryptid. Feeling a sense of danger, they hurriedly retreated inside the farmhouse. From within, they recorded the creature circling the house. This nightmarish entity had long legs and arms, reminiscent of a nightcrawler, but with an eerie twist, its eyes emitted lights. Despite its strange appearance, it was unnaturally large. The creature continued its rounds, and when it entered the house, the group, now trapped, turned off the lights to avoid detection. The atmosphere became reminiscent of a horror movie as the creature prowled the darkened space in search of its prey. While the video creates a spine-chilling narrative, the skepticism arises. The possibility of it being a computer-generated imagery or an entertainment video cannot be ruled out. Nonetheless, whatever its origin, the experience portrayed in the video is undeniably unsettling and evokes a sense of fear. Living in India, watch out for the karate monkeys. In this video from a shop's security camera, the street scene unfolds with an elderly person strolling casually. Suddenly, a monkey appears on the scene, charging towards something. To everyone's surprise, it targets the old man directly. The monkey executes a strong, two-legged kick, sending the poor man tumbling to the ground. After the attack, displaying its natural agility and parkour skills, the monkey swiftly jumps onto a nearby car and makes a quick getaway. This unexpected encounter raises concerns, as the situation could have taken a more severe turn, especially if the elderly man had hit his head on something during the fall. If you're in India, it's crucial to stay vigilant and be cautious around these mischievous primates to avoid potential encounters like this one. This intriguing video comes from an African forest safari, where a tourist captures footage of a peculiar creature sitting inside a tree. At first glance, the creature appears similar to a baboon, but as the camera zooms in on its face, it reveals features unlike anything seen before. The creature possesses a strange and creepy humanoid hand, sitting upright and fixated on something. In the background, you can hear the voices of a large crowd that has gathered to witness this unusual sight. Suggesting that the creature might be hiding in the tree due to the attention. While some may speculate that it's a baboon, the unique and potentially damaged appearance of its face raises questions. I think that it could have faced confrontations with other baboons, which is common as they vie for territory. What are your thoughts on this strange creature sighting? This video was being recorded by two sisters just for fun, showing them goofing around for a while. But at some point, something bizarre appears right next to the corner of the door. The face of a pale woman with long dark hair can be seen peeking at them. The girl recording immediately notices it and goes after it, only to be met by this sight. She grabs her sister and both run outside, clearly spotting that there is someone inside their house. What exactly was that? A long-gone resident of the building, still trapped inside the house's walls? What do you think? The video you are about to see was supposedly taken by a villager who managed to finally catch a glimpse of what many people described as a nightmare for their lives. From a distance, the man catches a glimpse of a dark figure walking in the snow. He tries to zoom in, but the quality is poor, and we can't quite make much of it. Although the quality is bad, the man is convinced that what he caught on camera is the thing that terrorizes his village, with many people reporting hearing heavy footsteps outside their houses at night. Could this be the legendary Bigfoot? What do you think? Uploaded about 4 years ago, this clip still serves as stuff of nightmares for whoever watches it. Recorded by a security camera mounted on the front of the house to keep an eye on burglars or intruders. This clip recorded a terrifying thing. At first, nothing seems unusual, but then a figure appears to be coming towards the gate of the house. And as moments pass, we can see that the figure walks through the gate without even opening it. Many people on the internet blamed it on the camera being faulty, but if it was that, then how did he not open the gate before entering? The figure starts off as a weird silhouette of a man, and ends up as a normal human being walking towards the house. And that's what is most scary about this clip. No one in the house had ever seen this man before, even in their neighborhood, and according to them, they never saw anyone entering the house either. But then what was it? For me, the video looks quite genuine, but there's still a chance that it could be edited or a glitch. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.